If you're like me, you've been following politics and then obviously Brexit. We're talking about Australia, which obviously is way ahead of us. They're doing pretty much the same thing that is happening in America. And you see, it says, keep Australia Australian, rise up Australia party. And I was watching a video from Steve Ciccolanti, who is a pastor, who was warning America about what's going on in Australia because Australia, as you know, has been involved in this. We're talking about the Labour Party, which has been responsible for the gun grab. And there's a lot to say when you follow Australia politics and you get to know the different parties and little by little, I'm going to be doing some more homework on other parties that are participating in what is very familiar to us. So, just a little diversion from American politics. American politics is very difficult to follow, by the way. It's actually time consuming and exhausting, too. Um, I would just give you just a few minutes to maybe look at the links on what Steve Ciccolanti said about what they're doing with the COVID restrictions in Australia, and take the time to listen to what he has to say, because I think it gives you a bird's eye view of what's ahead here in America if the left has its way. And looking at what's been going on in our American political system and what's going on in other parts of the world, you can look to Australia as really a lot more further ahead in the agenda that's being pushed. They are talking about arresting people in Australia where if they don't wear the mask or they don't follow the COVID restrictions and guidelines, I mean, it's pretty excessive and extreme. And he had an outcry for people here in America to pay attention to Australia. So please, the link will be below in the description box, and pay attention to what's going on in Australia because it's coming to America, and he is exactly right. Thank you for listening to our broadcast.